Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Corey, and this is A God Amongst Men. So, I wanted to shoot a quick video, and of course the term quick is subjective here. A quick video on gut health and the importance it plays and the role it plays in your life. Now, gut health, what does that mean? I wanted to get quickly into the science of it. Now, I am not the most scientific, but hey, let's have a little discussion. So, people, scientists, whomever, are starting to realize how important the role of the gut is to life in general. And what do I mean by life in general? Well, overall well-being and happiness. I would even say, your mental clarity, your mental focus, your hormone regulation. And what does all that add up to? Well, for me, from what I've come to realize through my experiences, is that is actually how I interact with reality. If my emotions are all over the place, I have this feeling that reality is all over the place. I hope that makes sense. So, if I'm eating poorly and it's causing my hormones to be all over the place, everything around me feels as though it's all over the place. It is having a direct effect on my environment or the way that I perceive my reaction or my understanding of reality. Now, when I correct my gut health and I feel as though my diet is on track, I'm absorbing all the right nutrients. And with that said, my systems, my baselines, everything gets back down to the way it should be functioning optimally. Now, I said I was going to mention a bit of science here. It's so much so, gut health is becoming so important, and it's becoming such a precursor to people's health that people that have poor gut health are actually receiving fecal transplants. So what's going on is these people are understanding this thing that the gut biome, the environment of these organisms, these cells, everything, bacteria, all sorts of stuff that's going on within your gut, the way it interacts and interfaces with what you put into it is affecting. So the environment of your stomach is affecting the environment that you perceive. How wild is that? People are donating, people with good gut health are donating their poop so that other people can have that poop injected up them so that they could receive the same kind of biome in their gut as the people with good gut health. And it's changing their lives dramatically in the sense of overall well-being, positive mental health, reduction of weight, right? Feeling healthier, feeling cleaner. So, with that said, I am a firm believer that you can make your own environment. So what does that mean? First and foremost, I believe that you may or may not need to go and receive fecal transplants. I think that people could do it naturally and holistically. First and foremost, it all does start up here. I got my little placard here. I believe in mind over matter. If you listen to any of my story from what I was telling you guys about before, I don't know if you heard this, go back and watch my video on Iboga, okay? I went and recently did an Iboga ceremony down in Costa Rica. I did an Iboga ceremony. It's a plant medicine. I did it 2.5 years ago. Completely changed my life. Helped me get over a lot of this stuff. But in order for me to get my butt down to Costa Rica to do Iboga previous to this, I had to believe that there was something out there that could help me reach the goals that I was looking for in life. And previous to this, I was suffering from PTSD, depression, anxiety, all sorts of craziness, right? My life was all over the place. Tons of traumas, all sorts of stuff in my life. And the VA, the Veterans Administration, obviously has a tremendously large. I'm not using tremendous as a compliment. Excuse me. They have a tremendously large mental health aspect, right? And what's their solution? Their solution is to throw all these medications at people and tell you, oh, you need to take this and you need to take this for the rest of your life and you need this. This is the medicine you need to take for the rest of your life because you have something broken and unfixable within you. So take this. But, oh yeah, there's this side effect, this side effect, this side effect. So we're going to have to give you this, this, and this, and this, and this. And I was like, whoa, 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 like pump the brakes. No way. There's got to be a natural way to fix this. That's where my mindset was. There's got to be a natural way to fix this. I am a complete believer in the laws of the universe. I mean, you should be. It's the flippin' laws of the universe. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So therefore, if I have this reaction, there needs to be something on the other side over there that I can implement, right? I can tap into, I could work with. That's going to be able to counteract this action that I'm feeling, whatever it is, right? So I started to do all my research, and I started to get into holistic medicines, and I threw myself at it, and step by step by step by step by step, this all led me to get to a better state of mind. Now, how does this relate to gut health? If you have a poor gut, you don't want to go and start taking Prilosec OTC and Rolaids and all this other stuff that just puts the Band-Aid on things, and you're going to have to take that over and over and over again. What do you change, right? If you have rampant heartburn, you don't just go and take that pill and say, oh, okay, cool, and just keep eating freaking pepperoni pizzas every day. You got to sit here and you got to take a look and say, damn, you know what maybe I should do? I should probably change my diet. My gut, my internal combustion system, whatever you want to call it, right? My digestive system, everything. It's telling me, hey, like I'm getting alarm bells, like beep, 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 beep. Like this heartburn is a side effect of not doing the right thing. What should I do? Oh, okay, well, I should change my diet. That's number one, right? Start changing your life over to eating nutrient-dense foods. Well, then the downfall with that is this, right? Having poor gut health, you probably won't be able to digest nutrients that well because you're so accustomed to eating nutrient-poor, nutrient-deficient foods. So what do you got to do? All right, cool. Like, for instance, I went over my supplement list yesterday. I take digestive enzymes and probiotics. Some people go as far as drinking kombucha and different stuff like that to get like live cultures in their body to create an environment in their gut so that when food comes in, it's able to be processed and compartmentalized the way that it needs to be compartmentalized in the best and most organic way possible that a human can do it. With that said, for instance, since I started doing OMAD, since I started doing this diet, I have been like on rocket boosters with all of my work. I'm sitting here, I am in my most creative state possible. I am writing like crazy. I'm shooting videos like crazy. I'm uploading. Everything is just like boom, 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 right? I feel amazing about myself. I feel happy. My jiu-jitsu, my workouts, all this other stuff feel phenomenal. I'm not running into things throughout the day where it's like I'm slamming my head against the wall and I'm like, oh my God, life is terrible. My stress levels are great right now, right? I feel awesome. Even though, there's a lot of unknowns out there, I'm still like, yeah, whatever. Things are cool. I'm having a tremendous interaction with my reality at the moment. There's rumors out there right now, psychologically, that they're calling the gut the second brain. So this is going to get a little spiritual on you, but hey, why not? Let's go there. What I'm starting to see is this, big brain, little brain, and then we have the heart. And these two brains are and then we have the heart in the middle, right? And that's kind of what's going on, is there's constant communication between these things, right? This is giving feedback. The gut's giving feedback. The heart's giving feedback. The brain's getting feedback. Sometimes the brain's trying to be mega boss. Sometimes the gut takes over and all that good stuff. And then sometimes the heart takes over as well. Now, just to kind of put my little philosophy into place here, right? My little thought experiment that we're playing with. We've all heard the term go with your gut or a gut reaction. Where does that come from? I want you to think about that right now. And actually take ownership of that feeling of like, oh shoot, gut react. I felt that feeling before. What was it going on? What was it doing? And your gut, was it acting as a brain? It was almost like what's the best term for this? Begins with an I. I hope it comes back to me. Not instinct, but it's along the lines of instinct. Shoot, that's going to bother me, but we'll get to it. I'm sure I'll pull it up. But it's almost as if intuition, there we go. It's almost as if this gut it is the brain for intuition. We're going off on some crazy shit right now. But it's almost as if this little puppy has gone through, I don't know, millions of years of evolution to give us maybe like a subconscious read on what's going on in the world. Now, let me ask you a question. If this is the brain for your intuition, something that's able to kind of span out farther and kind of feel your surroundings and let you know the direction you should go in life, and it manages your emotions and your hormones and the way that you interact with reality, wouldn't you think it best to start putting the best fuel into it? Like, no one's going to sit here and say, hey, you know what? I should do heroin every single day because that's going to be best for my brain, right? No, that's terrible fuel for it. Instead, I know a lot of people that are sitting here taking nootropics and trying to put the best fuel possible into their brains to maximize it the most. But then, I'm not saying these people are there, but then some other people out there are going to be like, hey, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff my gut full of all these super nasty foods, you know. I'm going to drink tons of, soda, acidic, all these acidic things, right? Not maintain any balance, not do anything for my digestion or the ability to actually draw nutrients out of this stuff. And they're like, oh, I wonder why, I'm not happy in life. And it's, they're living up in their brain the entire time and they're not doing anything for their gut. So gut health and the way that it impacts and affects your interaction with reality is huge. And the question I have for you guys is this: what are you doing to impact your gut health? Honestly, what are you, is that a focus? What can you do today in order to start impacting your gut better? I'll give you guys a quick story. I'll give you a quick one. I quit drinking coffee. And I used to love coffee. I used to love it. I was a caffeine fiend too. To the point now, even during this diet, I'm not drinking any caffeine. I was starting to drink yerba mate lately, but I started to get heartburn from that too. And I was like, what's going on here? Why am I getting heartburn from this? Maybe I gotta, knock this out. This is my gut telling me, hey, maybe this isn't good for you. But that was what that's what coffee was doing to me. I could feel my stomach cramping up every time I would drink coffee. How crazy is that? I would also feel if I drank energy drinks, how acidic they are. After maybe 2 or 3 days of drinking caffeine drinks, all of a sudden energy drinks, all of a sudden my diet would go off the deep end. I would start eating whatever the hell I wanted to. And it's because I have a theory with all that stuff too. This isn't everybody. This is just me personally. I'm telling you a personal story about me. I think maybe along the lines for energy drinks, though, this might be a little bit more blanketed statement, but for coffee, I think that's just me. I think that my time is up with coffee. But I think with energy drinks for sure, I think that's one of the fastest ways to ruin your gut biome. I think that it's such a potent mixture of just maybe toxic stuff that it goes in and just really starts to kill all the bacteria and probiotics and all the living cultures in your gut that need to thrive in order to do it. And once you ruin that biome, I think it's very quick for people to just automatically start eating poor stuff because you're not having that connection now between your brain and your stomach, right? The stomach is cut off. So then all of a sudden, your brain just goes into impulse mode where it's like, hey, screw it. Let's go eat some Ben & Jerry's. Let's go eat some hot wings. And let's go stuff down half a pizza or whatever. And I want you to think about that because how many Americans would you look at and say, maybe that's what's going on with them? And if that's the case, maybe I'm onto something here. So it's just something to take into consideration. Look at other people around you. Look at your own life. Look at your own behaviors. Look how it's impacted you. And say, hey, you know what? Maybe this dude's right. And then ask the question, what can I do now in my life? What actions can I take to maybe correct it? Give it a whirl. Check out some supplements online. Like I said, start looking into probiotics. Start off with maybe a little bit of kombucha if you want to do something like that. Get some live cultures. Maybe even look into a fecal transplant if you want to. I'm good. But hey, listen, Any questions, comments, or concerns, any experience with all this, any thought process on what I've said, if you think I'm completely crazy and I'm a nut job, hey, let me know. I'd love to hear it. With that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not going to pitch my book right now on Amazon, Live Your Best Life in 30 Days. But listen, I really do appreciate you guys coming on here, checking it out, throwing some comments down. And hey, if you guys ever want to contact me directly, feel free to add me or check me out on Instagram or Twitter. I'll get your DMs there. So it's at Corey Capella, CoreyCapella. I'll talk to you guys later. See you tomorrow. Bye.